Hey everyone, how you doing? My name is Jon Wayes, and thank you so much for coming here. Now, for those of you who are just recently subscribed, I want to just take a moment of my time to say that back on October 2nd, I had hit a speed bump and some rough patches, and so for the most part of October, I stepped away from YouTube and I stepped away from my company. It was not a good time for me, so I decided that I needed to take a step back from everything. And honestly, it was really weird and awkward for me. It was probably the hardest time I've had this year because I'm so used to trying to upload things, at least something once a week or more for you guys, that it just felt really weird not to do any of that. So I'm happy to be back. But more than that, I want to do something special because not only when I walked away did I sustain the subscribers I've had, I actually expected to lose some, and to my surprise, we went from barely 190 to over 200 now. So thank you everyone for who's joined along since October and actually stayed. That's crazy because in my mind I thought only people who have thousands of subscribers would kind of stay or get more subscribers, and I never really thought of myself as a popular person or someone that people could relate to. And yet I had people contact me through YouTube, through my Facebook fan page, through my personal website, and a bunch of other social media platforms, asking me if I was okay, what was going on. I could talk to them if I needed someone, and some of them even openly admitting that I've actually helped them through rough times, which blew my mind because again, I don't have thousands of subscribers, but yet I have these people who subscribe and they say they like my personality and I've helped them through stuff, so that's awesome. So as a thank you to all of you, I'm going to go against my original thoughts and judgment on this one, and I'm going to do a 200 subscriber special episode right now for you. So for my first 100 subscribers, I did a full hypnosis show, which everyone always asked, like, can I see a full hypnosis show? I was like, if you want to see it, you can come see me live. But because I got 100 subscribers, I did a full show. Link to that in the description down below. So for 200 subscribers, I'm going to show you a vlog I thought I wasn't going to release for a while. But again, because we finally reached that milestone and we're still escalating every week, I'm going to do that for you guys here. So here is my vlog of America's Got Talent 2015. I mean, it's America's Got Talent 2016, but here's the audition. You get the point. So here I am. I just got out of my car. I'm on the roof of the Kobo Center in Detroit, Michigan. And at this point, my nerves are okay, but I'm still trying to let everything sink in. And the interesting thing is, if you look out in front, way down, you can actually see two black buildings, kind of cylinder. And the taller blue building that's in between those is actually a hotel I stayed at 3 or 4 years beforehand at another corporate function. It's a really cool hotel, and really that has nothing to do with the story of auditions. I just thought it was interesting that years later I auditioned for something that's a dream of mine, and I'm now blocks away from a hotel that I stayed that's literally right across the waters from Canada. So anyway, we enter in, and as I enter in, I'm not sure where I'm going. Eventually I get led by certain security guards and, the production management of America's Got Talent. And I'm put in this really long line where eventually they'll come by and they say, hey, either you're a performer and you get this purple wristband, or you're a family, friend, or colleague and you're going to get an orange wristband. Obviously, I was a performer and I was the only one there, so I got a purple one. Within about half hour to 45 minutes later, we are barely halfway through the line. I'd say more like quarter of the way through the line. And we finally get our America's Got Talent numbers, as you can see mine here. And from this point on, it's just a really long, ridiculous wait. I heard someone in the line actually comparing it to waiting for a ride at Cedar Point. At which point I was like, oh my God, because I remember my best friend used to say, sometimes line at Cedar Point could go from 1 to 3 hours, and thinking, well, this isn't a ride, but it's definitely worth however long the wait is. And so here are my short video snippets of what it was like since first getting into the line. Hey everyone, so I'm finally here. It's Saturday afternoon, Michigan in Detroit, and I'm in the very long, did I mention long line? So we'll see how this goes.
With me.
Welcome to America's Got Talent, I guess. And then these guys, they're gonna dance.
What's up?
What's your name?
Philip.
Philip and
Brandon.
Brandon. Look out for these guys. Hey, we are almost halfway through the line. This is the definition of fun on a Saturday. Standing for hours. So after what feels like forever, we finally got past that. Still chilling with them. And now we gotta go deal with this. And then they still got all that. So we'll see you soon.
Breathe, that's right, breathe, baby.
We made it past the line, now we're in front of this really big blue thing. We're following arrows.
Forever.
And yeah, we just always time-wise seem to be together, so we're just sticking together. And now we're... Oh, there's martial artists here. Look at this. Check you guys later. After we get around, we end up going to the front corner of this area, and I just take a picture here. Now, originally I did video this, but it wasn't like a recorded on my phone type of video for YouTube or anything. I was actually periscoping, because a lot of my periscopers want to, you know, be kept up to date in real time. And that's something I'm going to talk with you more about in a moment at the end of this video. But I periscoped quite a bit. I think I periscoped 2 different times, and I basically showed, you know, my fans everything that was happening, the different troops that were around, the different individual as well as group acts that were around, from dancers to singers to bands to hula hoopers, you know, martial artists, just a large variety. And what we ended up figuring out was that the area with the blue curtains around was really just the waiting room, the rest area. And what we didn't know was we were going to be spending the next 7 hours in this room, because by the time we got in here, they were only calling numbers 200 to 300, and it took them that long to get to those numbers, and we were over 1,000, as you could see. So that being said, we spent a lot of time in this room, originally outside the tent, but as seats started clearing up, we went inside, well, not tent, but you know, the area. And it was really interesting because, as you'll see in a moment, I took several clips of, you know, dancers, jugglers, singers, and it was really interesting that anyone does their talent or expresses themselves, or they're mentally conditioning themselves and preparing for their audition by actually performing their act. No one really judges you or looks at you like you're inconveniencing them or bothersome, because we're all there for the same reason. Instead, everyone will look at you and actually engage and pull out their phones and record you and have fun. So it's really cool that you're in this really large room and everyone accepts everyone for what they do. So that was pretty neat. And then, of course, we found these posters, which we decided to take obsessive amount of pictures in front of for our different multimedia fan pages. Woo, bright light. There's the banner. There's the famous banner. Or one of the famous banners. There's another one right here. We're just taking a bunch of selfies like we're teenage girls. And then there's a big AGT. Whoop. Now we're going to take a nap and we're going to rest because we're tired. They keep reshooting a promo, and we keep being in the background, and we don't know what pose to do. Look at him, he's just like, no.
Hurts, man.
Alright, so what you've all been waiting for this whole time, great, I went through auditions, I did it, I was there. Even though we couldn't do flash photography or filming outside that room once we got to auditions, John just cut the crap, cut to the chase. What were the results? You're not going to like them. I'm going to give you the same answer I actually gave my family and close friends, because it's basically what I have at this point, which is, that's what I got. Verbally, we will see, is the best answer I can give you right now. But that being said, I did mention moments ago how I did live streaming of what was going on in the audition rooms and how I want to talk to you about that. I actually want to do a, not necessarily a competition type thing, but I want to try to achieve a milestone on my YouTube channel. Now, on my Facebook fan page, we just, I think, reached over 300, fans. What I want is, because I'm starting up the YouTube again, and this was originally like a big part of my life, which was why October was so awkward not doing YouTube. I actually want to try to reach at least, if not more than 500 subscribers by the end of this year. So by the 31st of next month, I want to have reached at least 500 to 1,000 subscribers. If we can reach that, I will do something very special for you guys, which is I will let you guys, my YouTube subscribers, in and be the first ones to see what's going on, especially with stuff like America's Got Talent, if that progresses positively. Again, as far as that goes, we will see. But if things go well, I want you guys to be the first ones to see it, and I'll do that as a special thank you if we can reach at least 500 plus subscribers by the end of this year. And not only that, but I'll, for a week, give away my basic free hypnosis and hypnotherapy training completely away. I'll just give it away free for a week. Anyone who wants it will have access to it for about a week. And then I also have something in addition as another additional surprise I want to give you guys if we can reach that goal, because I think it'd be awesome. Also, for those of you, because I've had a lot of people recently, especially because of the AGT advertising, ask me to come to different states, cities, corporations, schools, and perform for them. But also, I've had a lot more of a demand to teach people hypnosis. So if you're serious about learning, not just basics, but in-depth hypnosis and hypnotherapy, and how it works, what it is, how you can do hypnosis, how you can start hypnotizing people for benefit, like therapy or comedic purposes, either way, and or how to make a little bit of money or a lot of bit of money. If you want to learn any of that, go to the link in the description down below, and we actually have a live webinar going on next month, but I'm only allowing a very select few, like under 20 people in this webinar, because it's going to be relatively dense and there's going to be a lot of material to go over, and we already have several people waiting to sign up. So if you do end up seeing this video, registrations is now live, and there are only 5 more spots at the early bird price. Once those spots are filled, price doubles. So go check that out below now and attend with me and others on Saturday, December 19th. Even if you can't make it, as long as you register, we'll give you a copy if you can't make it. Don't worry, that's fine. But we're only allowing a very select few people into this training. So if you really want to learn hypnosis, go check that out. Otherwise, let's see if we can't get more subscribers. I got a special episode coming up next month. It's going to be kind of a long one, but for a special reason. And yeah, so as far as America's Got Talent, we'll see. Hopefully things go well, and I'll have good news for you guys coming up. My audition itself, I believe, went fairly well. So, but without giving much more away, that's it for now. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are, and above all, as always, until next time, live limitless.